breathing and kind of like doing that weird
My brother Eric is a music teacher.
Oh, okay.
And he sings. You've taken singing lessons, or
Yeah, that's what I'm
and a big part of singing. This is fascinating. I'm reading a book. It's a boring as fuck book, so it's taking me a while, but it's called Change Your Voice, Change Your Life. And the reason why I was attracted to it is because a lot of the exercises in it are bioenergetic exercises, like the stuff that I talk about and I study and I'm fascinated with. How there are neurotic holding patterns throughout the body, namely in the extra respiratory muscles, jaw, even behind the eyes, the jaw and all in here, across here, the belly, the pelvic floor. There's holding patterns, there's tension there. And that tension is a manifestation of emotional baggage, ideas that we've had. I'm reading a book called Gates of Fire. I mentioned it on my blog this week about phobologia, which was the science of fear. Everybody read that? The science of fear. And this is what the Spartans would do to young soldiers who were fearful. So do you see where I'm going? Breathing and fear are diametrically opposed. Your fear is fucking up your breathing. Working on your breathing, like a singing coach would offer you, is going to help you get rid of the fear. It's funny that if we heal the body, how do you feel now?
I feel great. Yeah.
Did I do any psychotherapy with you? No.
It's activated like muscles.
I got him to realign his body. He's sitting up taller. He feels better about himself, right? Don't you feel better about him too, right? Because he's carrying himself differently. His body is going to evoke the emotion. With you, the fear is secondary. And this is what the idea of phobologia was. The fear is secondary to the bodily manifestations of the fear. So you've got to exercise, and I know this is your question, you've got to exercise out the fear. And this is where I think that term exorcism comes from. It's interesting that they're exercising out, it's spinning around, exercising out the psychological, emotional demons, right? And as crazy as this is gonna sound, what you gotta do is exercise the demon. You gotta get the goddamn demon out of your muscle, right? So I can offer you an exercise, and we can do it right now, but as a practical means of both improving your skills as a singer and improving who you are as a person, becoming a stronger version of yourself, which they'll both facilitate each other. They'll both work together. You become a better singer. Mark my word, you become a better singer because you breathe deeper. You will be a more fearless, courageous, beautiful person. Not by working on anything else except deepening your breath so that you can sing. It's amazing, but it's like killing a bunch of birds with one stone, right? So here's an exercise. It's very comfortable. If you want to take your shoes off, I'll make you do it. And you probably shared this before. It's called the bow. And this is what Alexander Lowen called it. Take your socks off also, Sam. And it's designed to put a stretch on all the extra respiratory muscles and deepen your breath. I found too, and this is where like ancient exercises like Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga are so fascinating. Because it's like, just like, it's old and brilliant. They have one in Qigong that's very similar, that looks very similar to the bow. So what we're gonna do is, let's get you on this platform here. Good. And I don't want you to look at them because you're going to be uncomfortable. Just actually look at them. Just don't look at that guy. Good. Bend your knees slightly. Have you done this before?
Not really.
Okay, good. Take your fist, ball them up, and put them right above your butt. And pinch your elbows back. Good. Good. I want you to bend your knees a little bit more and lean back. Open your mouth as wide as you can, like uncomfortably wide, and start to breathe. Good. Continue. And you might find that you start vibrating. singing is vibration. Good, bring it all the way to, like, we were talking about balls before, bring it down into your female balls. Yeah, very good. Feel that quivering in your mouth? Okay, come on up. I could cry for you right now. I feel your energy. Did you notice all the tension in your mouth, in your neck? Yeah, you're like a different person right now. You feel it because of because you're affecting me now. You need to do that. You just broke up. You just released some emotional shit there. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Now to you guys, you don't know what we're talking about. It's like, well, she's just fucking breathing, Elliott. What are you, sick? What are you out of your mind? But I feel it. Open up your breathing, dissipate the fear, but it's going to be uncomfortable, I promise you, because that was uncomfortable physically, but also as you started quivering, you were coming out. You were coming out. What you can also do to facilitate you coming out is as you've charged your body and you're here and you're like, let it explode into, right? Whatever comes up. For me, there's a lot of rage, like I go crazy. For you, it might turn into tears. You might be there and it might turn into, do you see? It's breaking up whatever emotional shit you've been holding on to. Heal the body, heal the fear. Is that helpful? I would invite you to begin practicing with that. And watch my videos. Begin with that and then express yourself. Let it all out. Deep resonating sounds. Allow the breath to deepen itself through your sounds, breathing, and shaking. Shaking breaks up neurotic tension. It breaks up, case in point, what started happening when there was a stretch on the tension? If I let you keep going, you're going to completely, right? You can do that also. You break it up by shaking and breathing. You see? So practice here. Good. I wanted to give you like tangible ideas. Do the bow every morning in a safe environment where you can let go. Whatever comes out, comes up. You know, just let it happen. And practice the Kundalini meditation video I've done where there's music and you just shake. If you search my channel, my Elliott said what channel, and must have been like in the fall, I created one called Kundalini meditation, and it comes from yoga. Not from yoga, it comes from Osho. Okay, and there's music associated with it. It's an hour-long meditation. That would be helpful. And my assumption is that you don't have a lot of money to throw around. If you can invest, get a singing coach, because a singing coach is going to, correct? It's going to teach you how to breathe deeply.
Yep, and to relax your jaw and to give you stretches for your neck and your shoulders, because there's a lot of tension up here. And giving you some of the sounds that Elliott was talking about that resonate more with singers. So opening up the back of your mouth a lot and letting that freedom out. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the tension was right there.
Yeah.
All you're saying, the first thing you started doing was this. Ever watch a baby, right before a baby cries? Those are the muscles where we hold tears back. We hold our sobbing back here. So when you know when the tension's building in a baby, like I watched Simone still cries for everything. She starts doing this, like the chin starts like dippling and shit. And I'm like, oh, she's gonna cry. Blah! And then it comes out. So what you just described as breaking up the neurotic holding patterns and the tension in the throat and the neck. You focus on that, and the fear will disappear with the tension. Helpful?
Yeah, it's something that I've become a lot more comfortable with trying to do.
you need to open your body before, do you mean like if you have an audition or something?
Yeah, and any disciplines like that, you know.
Don't wait. In the same way that an athlete stretches his body before he goes into his sport, right? And I'm not a singer, and you can attest to this, I'm sure that I'm right. I know I'm right, because I've seen it. I watched American Idol before. You can't go into your singing situation tense. You can't go into it neurotic. You can't go into it with the holding patterns. You literally need to take an hour before you go into your situation and bow, breathe, shake, let it all out. Because what's happening is you're beating up against yourself. There's what you want to do, and then there's a resistance against you doing it. And you're doing both. The muscular tension is yours, and what you like to have happen is yours. And it's almost like, it's like masochism. It's like you're just beating yourself up. It's the muscular pattern that's beating down the you that wants to be expressed. You've got to break up the tension. Before you go into the situation, do these exercises. It's the exercises that are going to support you. See? Cool. Next.